So do you want to go around and try to find more logs?
I think we found all of the ones here. I think...
How many did we find?
We found 2. But these are not logs. These are locations to talk to and interact with him.
Oh, to talk to and interact with
Him.
Arik.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, it's not the journals, it's Arik himself. The one possibility is that there's a spot in here where Arik is going to show up. Nice part is, chances are there will be a guide for it. If we don't have him done.
Well, because we found him at the base, and then, well, at the front, I should say, at his house.
Yeah.
He said that he would meet us before we encountered the final elder. Something along those lines.
Yeah. I mean, chances are we're gonna find him a couple of times. But I wonder if we were supposed to interact with him before we did this segment. Because he had said something about his hovel just down the road.
Oh, so do you think he could have reappeared in some of the levels elsewhere?
Seriously doubt it.
Because I thought that we could
The
encounter...
previous lady didn't show up in any specific order.
No, we could have seen her at any time.
And so I don't think we've missed him.
Why do you want to go back down here?
Just very quickly. Because all the gates are still open.
Mm-hmm.
And so we can peek to see if, like, we see Arik standing around or sitting anywhere. Because, yeah, he's not here.
But they have no desire to speak with us again.
Yeah.
Because we are no.
We are evil and apparently selfish. Which, like, I'm not getting that.
I think what they meant was... there was something about...
I guess part of it is...
creatures that weren't a part of their mycelium.
No, but
thing
she
wasn't
said
bonded.
that, like, we're too self-focused to be worth talking to. And, like, there were some very clear kind of talking down going on.
I mean, it could have been one of those situations where they might know that the planet was destined for destruction, and that in an attempt to save it is selfishness. But
Kind of, but it's like...
because it might destabilize other aspects of the universe.
But here's the thing. No one's telling her that. You know, that...
No one is revealing what this cycle
no
is.
one's actually talking to Rey about anything. She's just terrified. Everyone she's ever known is gone, and everybody she meets here is either insane or broken.
Or dead.
Or dead. Or almost spitefully judgmental. You know how you get mad when I'm, like, trying to teach you something, and I'm just like, well, just look it up or figure it out yourself? It's like that, but in, like, a much more high-stakes situation. You know, how would you feel if, like, somebody's looking for their best friend who went missing, and you just said, you know, you didn't ask nicely enough, therefore I'm not going to help you, or I'm just going to... You're too focused on your own problems to help me, or, you know, just be nice to me, so I'm not going to... If that makes any sense? Like,
Well, I think in the case of the Elder, it's that you're from a different creed, and they don't want to associate with your kind. Apparently. Why are you going to Iron Root?
This is where the 2 other exits are.
Oh. So the door wasn't the one
No.
from the main area. Okay.
Better get moving.
There it is. But, like, even the Echo has just been kind of meaninglessly cruel towards Rey. And I get it to some degree because I think there's
There's a
all
connection, potentially.
Well, so I think the Echo exists outside of the cycle.
Well, they said that it was a... Didn't they say that she was beyond life and death and it was a punishment
Yeah, but
of some sort?
Rey is probably stuck in the cycle and trapped there. whereas the Echo might not be. And so I think the point is that every time Ray visits, it's like one after the next.
Mm-hmm.
Or something like that, or it's even happening all simultaneously because time's all sorts of messed up. But for the, so for Ray, it's kind of this, like, infrequent thing that she runs into the Echo, but for the Echo, it's constant and really annoying.
Well, also, imagine if you're stuck in a singular place, and there's something that will happen occasionally to you. You know, maybe someone likes to beep their horn outside your window.
Yeah.
You would notice that beeping horn, especially if you can't leave and you have nowhere else to, you know, occupy yourself. No company. No distractions. No entertainment. But, you know, it'd be nice if instead of crushing Ray, Echo could just tell Ray their sob story.
Yeah.
But,
you know, just
because if I were some
have a nice
entity
chat.
that had been locked away for an eternity, I'd talk someone's ear off.
That looks like a ship up there.
Yep. Oh, that's the ship that we've seen from a distance. Yeah. And there's definitely some mushrooms here, but very desert-like.
Even the water here is hazardous because, of course it is.
It's been electrified. Ooh.
Boost pad.
So, what, is there jet fuel or something seeping into the water?
Maybe. I think there's anything up there.
Ah, there might
Maybe,
be.
hard to tell.
Well, there's more landmines. Yeah, but look at the mirrors, the acid palaces.
Like we're gonna have to go up a bunch.
But the acid seems to derive from these rocks. It's not as though it's pouring from the ships.
At least the cloud stuff is not.
Poisoned as well.
Cable is frayed. Looks dangerous.
What else we have before we go up? Ooh,
That was close.
that was close. Okay. We got something there.
There are also some crystals.
Here.
Yep.
I have to go for a second one. I think I don't want to boost. Got it.
Yep.
Can I go further up or no? No, it looks like that's it. Alright. Galactus is Hungry Boy.
Actually, it was funny. One of my Rom Space Knight comics has Rom parlaying with Galactus with the help of Namor, of all people.
Whoa.
That was a fun one.
Okay, so
70s comics were fun.
it looks like I can't take these at the moment. They're
Okay.
currently electrified.
Questions asked: if human bones are in the void, does that mean that Earth is here too? I mean,
Presumably, yeah.
it could be one of those
This is Admiral
situations.
Ames of the FCSU Calagon. You are interrupting a highly restricted military operation. Please exit the area or prepare to be fired upon.
Hold on. I'm a Voidrunner. I'm looking for anomalies in the area. Maybe we could work together.
A void runner? How auspicious. You know about the anomalies? Do you swear fealty to First Citizen Dungeness Pertinax?
Sir! Yes, sir! This is Voidrunner Ray reporting for duty.
Excelsior! A new polywog in our ranks. Meet me on the bridge of the FCSU Calagon. Double time it!
Philosopher King. Story discovered.
We're gonna go get this, seeing as we're looking at it. Yeah, so I believe Ames is the last of the NPCs.
Whoa, watch out. Acid. I don't know if that one's worth it. I know it gets you hundreds of... Did you get it? No. Ah.
Yeah, it's fine. As long as we're not in that for a while. But it's radioactive, not acid.
Mm-hmm. Well, we know that there was definitely a military operation now that we have this commander character. Admiral? Was it?
Yeah, Admiral Ames. Though, I wonder...
And there's all these ships.
There are tons of ships. I wonder if this is a completely different culture. You know, unrelated to our own, but one of the previous...
Oh yeah, this is probably from one of the other civilizations that had gotten sucked in here.
Power's on.
Okay. There we go. I guess we'll have to see when he shows up. Though, of the Voidrunners, many of them were kind of completely...
This isn't a Voidrunner we're talking to, though.
No, I know. But I'm just thinking of, like, cultures and appearances.
Ah.
I do appreciate that she...
She sometimes laughs and has fun.
Like, I don't know. I'm mixed on how kind of dark they're making this story, because it...
I mean, that conversation she had with
I don't
Sid.
think I can fix this. Should I break it?
Because she was saying that she was starting to feel hopeless in the fact that she's just surrounded by so much death.
Yeah, I guess.
So it's getting to her too.
I think it's fair. I think... I don't know.
That was close.
There we go. I think we want to go up, back up this.
Probably want to get on the largest ship if it's the
Nope.
Admiral.
Nope. It's okay. I've got another way up now. Burp. Because this was electrified, but I think I turned the power off. Yep, we're good.
Should be safe to grind now.
People are wondering if we had chosen a different answer, what would have happened. He might have refused to talk with us until we answered correctly, or he would have misheard us, and they'd probably find some way to script it favorably.
Probably. I don't think I've ever played a video game where...
You permanently lock off a...
No,
it depends on
I've definitely run into that, but...
There are certain RPGs where that will cut off entire quest lines and sometimes
That'll
even prevent
definitely
you
be
from
useful.
accessing parts of the game. Whoa. Good thing you could stop yourself. Barely.
I really love the gameplay on this. Somebody was mentioning that it's really impressive how little the camera is fighting me in this game, which is very true.
Ooh, yep, there's the log this way. Well, did you go the right way?
I think so.
I thought it was pointing in the other direction. Oh, no,
No.
there's one right here. I really like the shape of these ships. They remind me of Nautiluses.
Yeah.
Goes him, no.
Gozem. What does Gozem look like?
Big? Hairy?
I think they said he also had a tail.
Finding this ship was a fool's errand. Now that it's like it's ready to blow, Tufty must have miscalculated. I
I doubt anyone has joined the kid at the rendezvous at the base of the Star Seat. I need to gather them all and jet out of here before this place gets blown to high hell. Wait. Something's happening. It's activating. My God. What have
It's activated. What have we done?
Yeah.
Sam, I wish you were still here. I'm going to fix this.
Damn it.
Does he
Big.
also have a large?
He might have a
long
tentacle beard.
Beard? Yeah. Beads. A beard. Yeah. I don't know if those are spikes or horns or if it's just tufts of hair.
Yeah, I don't know.
But he looks very human. In a way.
Humanoid.
Mm-hmm.
Whew.
Uh-oh. Well, at least you can get back onto the rail. Ah, this is probably the main ship.
Whoop. Whoop.
Whoa, no!
It's okay.
Well then.
Hold up.
You have to start all the way on the opposite side?
Yes and no. Well, there was a shortcut I'd opened up. I guess not yet. Alright, whatever. Ah, bullseye. Ooh. Okay, we're back to where we were.
The name like Starseed and such. Wouldn't it be weird if this drew in a bunch of planets and such, mulched them, and then turned them into star stuff for the creation of a new system?
Maybe?
And like the cycle is necessary. If you understand what I mean?
Yeah. Ugh, that'd be dark.
Mm-hmm.
That we're just getting duped into perpetuating the void. I think this is where we're gonna go. It does seem like there might be another pathway over there, but it's kind of hard to tell. Either way, back into the ship. And the ship looks surprisingly intact. Yeah, there's that other path. Okay, let's see about this dude. Hello.
Now,
That's
I do have to say,
wow.
when I ask
Big
these questions,
chairs.
it's so that Wander and I can speculate. Please don't answer them.
Yeah. Do
If-
not actually ever answer.
If you know that it's the answer.
This thermos has a note attached to it. Grimclaw's special brew. Do not touch.
Looks like it's on the fritz.
The windows have gone red.
These are labeled use in case of emergency. It looks like they contain some sort of inflatable helix shell.
They're kind of a nautiloid people.
Mm-hmm. Oh, more like shrimp.
Oh.
You're a little short for a Crystorian guard. No matter. I am sure you will be a perfectly adequate scout. I carry with me some grave intel. We had been on a mission to tactfully acquire resources from neighboring planets. When we returned home, or at least where home used to be, all we found was this treacherous void.
1 minute. We had been on a mission to tactfully acquire resources from neighboring planets. But were those planets
Yeah, they
inhabited?
They were looting.
I mean, I suppose their planet also deserved the void? I don't know. Well, go on.
My help
Initial scans show no signs of life, but we received a distress signal. Our first citizen, our guiding light, Dungeness Pertinax, must have helped everyone escape or find safety, but we can't locate them. They have gone missing. I have dispatched 4 highly skilled away teams to find them. Unfortunately, the away teams have also gone missing. I fear they have crashed due to the unpredictable gravity and anomalies in this cursed abyss.
You try to say something else, and he just interjects again. Let's see.
You want me to?
We must find the first citizen. They would have done everything to ensure the safety of our people, for they live a simple life free from greed and full of wisdom. Truly, they are the only one fit to justly rule over the kingdom. I need you to hit the silt and find my away teams. Recover their intel. Help me ensure the safety of First Citizen Dungeness Pertinax and all of Cyclodoria. What are you doing? Just standing around with an open crumb catcher? You think I got all this chest candy by standing around? We're in the middle of a real Charlie Foxtrot. Go find my crew.
Crumb catcher being your mouth, and chest candy being all the medals.
Yep. I like it how he says, do you think I got all these medals by standing around? And yet, that's what he's doing.
Can you give me any more info on your teams?
Timothoa Squad, Argulus Squad, Linnea Squad, Anathea Squad. A brave and noble crew. We have dedicated our lives to lifting others out of misery, even if it means they must step on us to find freedom.
Wait, what?
Where did Linnea Squad go?
They were investigating the area near the Oplantis Dam. It's just a short ways from here.
Where did Timothoa Squad go?
We detected a capsized luxury vessel atop our galactically renowned Falling Waters district. They went to go look for survivors.
Where did Argulus Squad go?
They were investigating some old signal amplifiers in the industrial sector.
Where did Nathia Squad go?
Our scanners picked up some signals near Ida's tower. They headed that way.
All right.
Thanks, Ames.
I thought he was going to say, that's Admiral Ames to you. What?
Oh, just wanted to look at a thing.
Look at that. What is it? Is it a depiction of some...
Of one of their people fighting like a much larger?
A larger version? Weird. So, a capsized boat, a tower. I wonder how easy these landmarks would be to find. Oh. Well then. I don't believe you were supposed to do that, but you succeeded.
Momentum. Okay, so let's take a look around. I think that's anything. What if I can scan?
Oh.
Oh, right. Oh.
That's our companion, Sid, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's that whole area. Wow, this zone
This is
is
expansive.
kind of big, yeah. I think I see anything else here. I get the distinct feeling this entire area is pretty devoid of anything useful.
Well, we just hopped our way up to get to him, so I think we should go to the other parts. The main islands, I should say.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I suppose you could break your fall with a little mid-air leap.
Oh, we're on top of the waterfall. I got it.
Yeah, can we use this? Yeah.
Where? Yeah. Those were some camera angles. What are you?
Ooh, it's a mollusk that lets out a tongue.
Yeah, I beat it, and it's like, please
Blow.
go. Here, there's loot. Go abuse the loot, not me.
Yeah, it has an eye on top that follows you too. I assume those structures then are supposed to be coral as opposed to mushrooms. Oh, fun.
Yeah, so I can change its angle by abusing it further. Or
Oh no. What can we do? Ouch.
just not be there for long. Okay, I don't think we have anything to worry about there. Whammo. It's kind of cute.
Oh, there's one of the first dark creatures we've seen. We haven't found any black blobs yet.
Yeah,
have
this
we?
area isn't particularly gooped up.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Ouch.
Let's see. Well, there's an area up there. Oh, but we probably come back.
I wonder if the next suit we'll find has the radiation resistance or something.
Maybe. I don't know. Huh.
What?
Well, I clearly get on top of this somehow, but I'm not sure how. Because there's a rock chunk. Oh. Unless I'm supposed to go down the sides. Onto that. I don't know if I go on top of this.
Let's continue a little ways.
I'm just trying to be somewhat thorough.
Because it can be a pain to revisit these, I know.
Easy.
Especially get the logs. Because of them, I'm going to be weirdly, like, check every
think that's
crevasse,
death.
every corner. Must be something. Even if there might not be. Yep.
It's definitely... Is it kind of the Caribbean instrument going on every once in a while?
Or like a marimba or whatever?
Yeah. You'll hear it.
That worked out. No. As... Oh, right, I forgot.
Going up vertical. Yep.
This game doesn't care about gravity.
Ooh, is that one of the objectives?
Maybe?
No.
I mean, it could be. I don't think I can do anything with that.
Well, there's some outfits. Uniforms.
This is probably where they were. But I'm not seeing the bodies?
Let's go up that...
Oh.
Wait, what? Are those arms?
Yeah, I think that's a hand.
They fall into the...
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's take a look at some of the other body parts.
I think I see Here it is.
No. This doesn't look good.
A swirling pool of acid full of empty
The
carapaces.
Nea Squad field report. We found no sign of the first citizen. Our scuttlecraft crash-landed due to unknown signal interference, and many of the crew are too injured to continue searching. Luckily, we landed near the healing hot springs of Oblantis. We can all soothe our wounds here. Yeoman Rowe claims their instrumentation has detected a slow and steady increase in the acidity levels. But the crew and I all agree it feels great, and I ordered Rowe to jump in with us.
This must be one of the away teams. I better tell Ames. Right to the Ukelagon. Admiral, I think I've found something.
Glorious. How are they faring?
They
Cooked
ignored
themselves.
they ignored the officers saying that the acidity levels were rising, and then they just stewed in it.
Yep.
Well, I found their uniforms, but the rest of them, think they dissolved.
No, my crew, they're heroes.
Wander.
I need chocolate.
Yeah, I know you need chocolate, but maybe we should get the little ones.
They found a glorious death in the name of the Empire, and will be immortalized in song for ages to come. Hopefully, these will be the only lives it costs. Please, hurry to the others.
I will.
Could you imagine the song
Rest
that you would
easy,
make for
Linnea
these
Squire.
guys?
What was that?
Could you imagine the song you'd make for these guys?
I mean, I can't make songs, but
Uh-huh.
it would be dismissive.
Their desire to soak led them all to croak. I don't know what kind of rhymes could you conceive of?
Someone needs a lesson in cable management.
Ooh, what?
Whoa.
Wow, this one's humanoid and it actually wields a sword.
Mm-hmm.
That remnant, it's familiar. Like I saw it in a dream.
Saw it in a dream, or is it a memory?
Critical systems offline. Repair network to resume functionality. Anomalous power sources detected. Sending location data to your multi-tool.
Official interferer.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interference detected. Loading emergency services.
Each day. Yeah, look at all the logs that we'll have to get for Ames as well.
Yeah.
Can you scan for Voidrunner caches in the sector?
Scanning. There are 5 unrecovered void. How can we help you?
I'll get you back online, Sid.
Okay.
So there are 5 more. So we
Yeah.
found one of the 4 away
Is
teams.
this still active? Yes. I'll launch myself back down. Head for the crystal.
So, what unfortunate ends do you believe befell the rest of the crew? Did they all succumb to acid? Or perhaps did some of them get squashed? Consumed?
I feel like one of the groups had to have, like, forgotten to turn on their autopilot or off it and crashed. I was expecting more from this spot. I guess I'm gonna go up that side real quick. No, doesn't look like there's anything there. Okay. I
You'll
just
be
didn't-
able to approach things from above as well once you're up here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to get closer
There he
to that
is.
behemoth, but
Huge.
well, you got onto that ledge. Ooh.
Speedrunner tech.
Oh, what's down there? That's kind of an overlook.
Yeah. I wonder if we fix the water around here at some point.
I'd hope so. Figure out the source of the acid. Wait a minute. Can you look across the lake for a moment to the left? Where is it all? It must all be coursing from up there, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know where I'm going. But with the powers vested in me by
Platforming.
being able to platform in ways possibly unintended by the devs, or they just didn't care.
So long as you didn't miss any logs along the way. We'll find others.
Yeah. I'm sure we will find plenty. There's no way up here.
Ooh. Just, it has one very thin arm and then one massive one.
I don't know what the trigger is for taking damage off the radiation. This is not too bad, clearly. Otherwise, I'd be in trouble. Okay, let's scan. Might as well.
Oh. So, what are these? Are those the eyes?
Yeah.
Ah. It's odd to approach this creature. Ah. Yeah. Yep, if you take too much damage and that meter goes all the way up. Then you take a shield damage. Uh-oh. Ouch. That looks way too far. Ooh.
Ah!
See?
So close.
Well, you need a recovery time. Why don't you go off to the left? And there seems to be a path to the right. There's also crystals. And a bunch of baddies to fight. Ow.
There we go.
Gonna try to... couldn't grapple onto it. Oof, that was close.
There we go. Ah. Didn't quite work. It's fine.
Your shields are down. Why don't you go replenish some?
Oh yeah, I'm taking some damage. Fine.
Too much of this, and my life support systems are toast.
Here we go. I kind of wish it was just based on, like, you take damage whenever the meter fills up. Based on, like, yeah, you've been in the acid too long.
In its day.
But alas.
Oh, all the way up there.
Oh, that's not helpful.
Oh, the next one's all the way around the other side. Got it? Oh, it's all the way up there, though. Maybe, yes, there's another creature. Why don't you set them all up? If
I think
there's
it's
more
just
than
those
those
two.
two.
Yeah. There we go.
There's something off that way, up above. Climb. Uh-oh. Gone.
Dang it.
Ooh. Yeah, you'd hesitated, not knowing
I
where to
didn't.
go.
I thought it was the end.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. Oh no!
Well, that didn't
we have
work.
to redo it. Wait, are those more crew members? Or just dead folks that were here, like citizens?
I think these were just dead folks that were here.
Mm-hmm.
They look pretty fresh.
Yeah, they haven't... Oh wait, are they all? Yeah, there's more of them. All around the center. Hit a nerve again. You know what's weird? I wonder if these nerve points and all these needles, if they were thinking of acupuncture.
Maybe.
They look like it.
Oh, right. Maybe acupuncture, but at the same time, the needle in the eye thing
I feel
is...
sorry for the things.
But the thing is, there's this pulsing of the nerves, and you're hitting all those points. It's just interesting. I would never personally get acupuncture. I think it's... The idea of piercing something into your body to supposedly relieve stress and pain, no, because you're still causing damage, I would think.
There we go. Hey, there was one up here.
The star functioning. Arcs of energy shooting into the sky. Pretty sure that isn't good. I need to find my crew. I'm going to see the crustacean and try to barter with them for a scuttlecraft. One of these derelict ships must have some juice left in it. These crabs certainly didn't know how to fly inside of a black hole, but I do.